Hi, welcome. In this video, I'd like to take a couple minutes to discuss one of the indicators to know that the relational script and method is actually taking hold. Now, this is where, again, you'll see at the physical level, you can actually watch how the script is influencing how the dog thinks. And this is where within the framework of the inwardness, okay, how the dog's head is turning slightly inward towards you as these moments of influence are taking hold, or grabbing hold of the dog's decision-making process. And this is where, even in my book, Mind and Body Kinetics, I really emphasize that. You'll see like an arrow, going inward, like coming right through the person. And also my book, Beyond the Leash, you'll see that too. I break it down into, frame by frame, with me, working the basic method with both the push-pull method, and where I'm doing the little moments, the little leash flexing moments, where you'll see the dog's head turning inward as each moment takes hold. You'll see the dog's head start to turn in, start to move inward. Now here, the issue too, this inwardness is not meant to, doesn't necessarily mean the dog has to be looking at you. Sometimes people think the dog's going to be looking up, looking, right at you, you're into your eyes. That's not what that doesn't need to happen. Okay, just understand it's that. But what it is, it's that inward turning of the head. Okay, in fact, you'll see it even in the circle method. As you're going through the circle method, you'll actually see the dog actually turning his or her head in actually for contact. And again, this is where kind of will challenge people, saying, why would a dog want the person to actually make physical contact? Well, because it's almost like a purging. It's like it's taking stress off the dog. It's within the framework of what's reasonable. It makes sense to the dog, and actually the dog is accepting it. It's coming into agreement. So that's why you'll see the head turning in towards the person at that way during the circle method. So, because again, it's all about the everything making sense to the dog, about defining what nature is. So again, when you're looking at the method, really focus in on how it's influencing the dog, how the dog's mind's reacting to it. And again, at the physical level, how that manifests is that inwardness. You'll see the head turning in. Every moment takes hold, the head's turning in more and more and more. And again, just to make clear too, as each moment happens, you want some slack in the leash. You don't keep that constant pressure. It's an interruption, but it's not a correction. It's like a nudge. It's like you're staying right ahead of the curve of the mind of the dog. So at the moments of separation, you don't want to wait until the dog's mind's peaking up that way. Just these little nudges are happening. You'll see that the head turning in. There's slack on every moment. There's there's slack on the collar, and then another moment happens. And once the head's turning in to a certain degree, then you stop. Okay, you have that. It all lines up. Then the head goes out, you go again. You start to engage the method again. Moving forward. There's some multitasking things here, don't get me wrong. Things are happening at different levels, and things can change a little bit, so there's some variance too. Just understand some variance depending on how much power that dog, control that dog's holding. So just be aware, there's variance here, but again, just understand there's the nuts and bolts here. There's things that you can actually see happening that make sense. You'll see exactly how the method is taking hold, how it's impacting the dog's decision-making process. And so that inwardness, you can kind of see that. You just look at that as you fading into the picture. It's like the dog's head's turning towards you, and so you're fading in. The dog's head's turning out, you're fading out, and you want to fade in again. Okay, so just keep it really that simple. Just keep it really, focus on that inwardness, just like that line coming right in through you. Okay, and that is how the head turns in. So anyway, something to look for when you're doing the method. Thanks for watching.